Thank you for tuning in to this live taping of A Sip of Coffee and a Taste of Gossip with your hosts,
Candice
and Dennis. Now, we received a letter last week from one of our viewers, and we here at All Booked were reminded that it's a great teachable moment. Wouldn't you agree, Candice?
Dennis, I do agree. We both immediately looked at each other and knew this was too good not to share live. Dennis, would you like to fill in our viewers and read the letter?
Candice, you know I would. Here's the letter that we received from our viewer. Dear Candice and Dennis, my name is Leo, and I need some advice when it comes to my new roommate. Her name is Ellie, and she is exhausting. All day long, I have to make over her delusions, like stone lions and cups full of stars. I'm tired of it. On top of her crazy spells, she goes on and on and on about her mother as if I care. Also, she thinks she is all that. She thinks the house is in love with her. Can you even imagine living with such a wackadoo?
No.
Please, I don't know what to do, and I just know you will have the perfect solution. Thank you, Leah.
Wow. That surely is a cry for help. And Leo, we have heard you loud and clear. Dennis and I were immediately reminded of one of our top 10 reading lists that we have on our website, The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson.
That's right. We were brought right back to the story of Theo and Eleanor. According to Dr. Priscilla Glanville, literature professor at the State College of Florida at Lakewood Ranch, she stated Shirley Jackson's novel The Haunting of Hill House is a seminal work of female Gothic horror.
That's right, Dennis. Dr. Glanville also continues to state that Shirley Jackson creates the female Gothic as ambiguous. It's a character study. It asks the reader, is this horror real or is it in the imagination of the character? Why female Gothic, you might ask? Well, Dr. Glanville explains it is because of the feminist undertones.
That is right. This work came out during the golden age of advertising. Dr. Glanville states that there was an imprinting of women's duties and worth via cooking, cleaning, and beauty products. Dr. Glanville reminds us that in this cosmopolitan magazine meets Little Red Riding Hood.
That is great information for our readers, Dennis. Now, Leo, before we get to our advice, we would also like to add a little about Shirley Jackson herself. She was born December 4th, 1916 in San Francisco.
Yes, she was.
She grew up in California and moved out east to attend University of Rochester at the age of 17. According to Iva Bryant and Abby Baker, students in the Literature 2310 course at the State College of Florida in Lakewood Ranch.
Which is a fantastic course, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And it's also taught by our wonderful Dr. Glanville.
It is, yes.
In their Shirley Jackson presentation in class that took place on February 25th of this year, they state that Shirley Jackson and her mother had a strained relationship. She wanted Shirley to dress and act a certain way. I think she was a little heavy and had acne, and her mother didn't like that. Iva and Abby also state that her mother gave her a corset as a gift for going to college. What kind of mother is that?
Well, a superficial one at that.
Mm-hmm.
Iva and Abby also state that Shirley Jackson was named for the Shirley Jackson Award in 2007 for psychological horror in the dark fantastic works. Candice, I think that's pretty amazing. Now, Leo, I'm sure you're like, what does this have to do with my problem? Well, if you haven't read this novel, I will tell you that your problematic roommate is just like the character of Eleanor Vance. Mm-hmm. She was obsessed with finding love and would go on and on about her mother dearest as well.
That's right. Her obsession took to extremes where she thought the house was talking to her. And she was in love with the house. She was mad in a bad way.
So I'd like to suggest to all of our viewers, and especially to you, Leo, to read this work as it will shed light on your situation. But in the meantime, we have a few simple steps to get rid of this so-called problem. We say, make it a game. First, follow cues from Theo by drawing her close to you, and then take any given opportunity to push her away. This will keep her on her toes.
That's right. And now to really freak her out and to deepen her psychotic state, splash some blood on the wall over some of her clothes and some of yours. She'll think something is after her. Act as if you're just as scared and be believable.
That's right. Being believable is key here.
Yes.
Finally, the rest will just handle itself. She'll go completely mad, and she'll eventually just drive away. Hopefully not like Eleanor into a tree.
We can't promise.
We can't promise that.
Now, Leo, please update us with your success. We hope it all works out. But just like we said, we cannot promise our suggestions will help, as we took it from Shirley Jackson's novel, The Haunting of Hill House.
Now, this has been a great episode, so please stay tuned for more Sip of Coffee and a Taste of Gossip with Candice and Dennis.
And like always, save a sip for us. Yum!